This should be our wheel plate. Stickers, bolts, nuts, lugs. And our wheel plate, along with some grease. All right, so this is my tire carrier as it sits. Very basic, very easy to install. It's got a wedge block on it, but the problem is this bolt here doesn't tighten it. It's a bolt in the back, and I can't get to it because my hitch is solid in the back. So normally it'd be right there where that leaf is to get to the bolt, but I can't get to it. So it's got this safety pin here, and then it's got this latch here, and you can see it just kind of hooks on and then latches and secures it. And if anything were to happen to that latch, you got your safety pin there, and you just pull that once you unlatch it. Just pull that, pull this guy, and now just kind of position that upwards a little bit so it doesn't catch. And basically you're just gonna let it down here. And there it is, it's down. So this is what you're dealing with. But now, get to your trunk. Oh boy, that's a mess. Get to your trunk, and then you can, you know, move around and whatever. And like for the rooftop tent, I like to throw the tire carrier down, and then I can just kind of step up on the tire, you know, and not have to worry about that. So the main problem is when you're trying to pick it up off the ground all the time, it gets really heavy, and it's not ideal for camping and grocery shopping and pretty much anything. And now later on, I'm gonna show you guys a pretty sweet surprise that my wife Maggie and I bought just to kind of play around with, and so she can learn some things. It's a toy, a couple of them, but it involves a trailer. So in order to do that, I can't haul the toys. So because it's eaten up my hitch carrier, so my hitch receiver. Now this bad boy, this guy is gonna rule because of hitch carrier points. You got that hitch carrier point, look at that, 10,000 pounds. Throw that bad boy in there. You got this guy for your grill or your bicycle rack, whatever. It's got all kinds of options to tow with, which is great for me because I'm gonna be towing some things. We've got a motorcycle trailer. We've got another trailer that we're gonna be hauling things with. And the benefit of this one is you don't have to pick it up off the ground. You can just swing it out. So without further ado, I'm gonna throw this bad boy on because I've got other things going on today. got an extension. See if the extension works. I need a 19. I guess you just kind of throw it up there. Well, where it'll slide in. Give you some grease. Let's get some grease. And they said they wanted you to grease this to prevent slippage, to prevent squeaks, noises, all that good stuff. Sent you a nice little tear pouch too. Sweet. Made it. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. I made that. Now it sounds like it. Now it feels like I didn't make it, but I did. I think we throw it in. Let's throw this bad boy in. Big guns. No way. No way. As far as it's gonna go, I think. Let me show you guys what's going on. Keep you in the loop here. So, look at how sad that is. Because if I go out to the other one, look at the spacing. So by the time this gets further out, then your tire goes on the wheel plate, which is even further out. That's where your tire is gonna be, way out there. Way out there. Man. That freaking blows. This, so close, but yet so far. been a total failure. Okay, so I reached out to somebody on Instagram and they told me they have the same Jeep and same tire carrier, because I ran into the problem with the hitch pin not being able to fit all the way through. So I reached out to them and they said that they ended up taking the what's called the wob knot out of the rigged tire carrier and replaced it with this thing on Amazon with a different pin, basically. And all it is it's just a clamp. And so that clamp, I didn't have my hitch pin locked. Oh, it would have sucked. So basically the clamp just fits. So your tire carrier would go in here, and then the clamp goes on the bottom and it pushes up with these two bolts, and it just pushes that whatever, your hitch for your vehicle or your trailer or whatever, and it just puts it in a bind to where it's not going to wobble, and then it's super solid. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off the wob knot on the rigged tire carrier and replace it with the other one, but I'm just going to see if I can even fit it in to where I can get the hitch pin in the hole that I want first, because if not, then what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to cut off the back. I don't know if you can see down and through there, but it's just a plate in the back. So basically I would just end up grinding off the back plate, and so I could slide the tire carrier all the way through. But this would be an easier solution if I can make this happen. So hang tight. All right, so I got the block that pinches it off. So see, it fell on the ground. So this would normally stick out like that. Well, maybe more like that, in order to make this the same size so it slides into your hitch receiver. But then once you tighten the bolt that goes through it, then it slides up like this, and it creates that bind in between this and this to take up the slack so it doesn't wobble. But if I can get this to slide in, oh man, it is so close. You can see right in there how close it is. I can get to the first hole and that works, but the gap between the bumper and the tire carrier, to me, is too much. I'd much rather it be tighter than looser. So a solution would just be to take my grinder and, instead of trying to grind off the back, just grind off a 1/2 inch or so of that. And even if I did that, the block, let's say it doesn't work at all, the block would still work. If the clamp solution doesn't, the block would still work. And so then I could still result in cutting off the back plate and pushing this further in to get to that closer pin. But for now, I'm just gonna go buzz off 1/2 inch or so, and I'm not very confident about this. Yeah, I'm just gonna buzz a 1/2 inch off. I'm gonna test fit it one more time, and then I'll know exactly how much I need to take off. This thing weighs approximately 70 pounds. Okay, so if you see in here, in this hole, just exactly how much further I need to go, I think a 1/2 inch would do it. So we'll just try that. So it was too hard to film and it kind of started raining, so we just threw this plate on. Nothing special, couple bolts, couple nuts, couple washers. Now I'm just adding this nut, which I believe they gave me for a spacer, and then adding the washer to each one. This washer was for a spacer, an added spacer. So now, so we can close the trunk, I'll demonstrate. Pull this, super solid latch. Come back here, pull this pin. It's got a nice little plastic carabiner. Yank that out. Then your whole thing will swing out. Get your trunk to close as I throw the pin down. There you go. Here's your tire carrier. Do like a B-roll of that.